So this is my kitchen. It's just a regular standard kitchen in an apartment in the Greater Toronto area. I've done my best to make things as accessible as I can for myself because I really enjoy cooking. So this is the centerpiece to my kitchen, this table. It seems simple, but it makes a huge difference to be able to have a table that you can get under, as well as that is a good enough height for me to do what I need to do. Also, this table has compartments at the bottom for me to be able to store what I need to store. So I have here a comfortable table that has all my tools for kitchen accessibility. Starting with my knives. This is an automatic jar opener. And this here is a veggie chopper. They come in automatic versions, but this is a manual version. Personally, I like to cut my own veggies manually by hand, but I lack core strength, so sometimes I find it is difficult to remain seated. So I put them in the veggie chopper and let it do its thing. There's also my spice racks, which are important as I'm an Arabic person who likes to cook. This is the Carousel spice rack, and this is the elevated spice rack. And these make a big difference because I can actually see what the labels are and I can reach. And lastly, in my tools is my reacher. This reacher is really good because you can use it to open cupboards as well as reach for things that you can't reach. As someone with chronic pain who can't sit up for too long, as well as someone who loves food, I like quick, delicious dishes. And my favorite to make is this mashed potatoes. It incorporates tomatoes, dill, and yogurt. Knowledge is knowing a tomato is a fruit. Wisdom is knowing not to put one in a fruit salad. Tomatoes are both a fruit and a vegetable. The word fruit is a biological term. A tomato is a fruit because it holds the plant's seeds, but also a vegetable because of how it's used. In fact, the fruit versus vegetable debate can sometimes reach such a fever pitch that the law has to step in. In the 1893 court case Nix versus Hedon, the court ruled unanimously that an imported tomato should be taxed as a vegetable rather than a fruit. I love dill. I find it to be a wonderful and versatile little herb. Dill has been used for its culinary and medicinal purposes for millennia. Dill was mentioned both in the Bible and in ancient Egyptian writings. It was popular in the ancient Greek and Roman cultures where it was considered a sign of wealth, and it was revered for its many healing properties. I like this part because once cut up, the aroma of the dill is tantalizing. Oop, gotta make sure my brake's on because this part requires a bit of force and some stability. I bring the pot to a boil, and then I carefully place the potatoes inside, avoiding splashbacks. I leave the pot on the counter for this part because I physically can't carry it to my table. Thankfully, I can still get close by turning to my side. So now that I have all my ingredients together, the first thing I'm going to do is add some olive oil. Extra virgin olive oil comes from the first pressing of the olives, with no chemicals used to extract the oil. This means it has a wonderful, fresh, clean taste. Mix in some veggies, and of course, a generous application of salt and pepper. Mix in some yogurt, and mix her in. I basically get a workout every time I make mashed potatoes. Who would have thunk it? Lastly, I'm going to add some freshly squeezed lemons for that unique lemon zest. I prefer to squeeze my lemons by hand because it gives me a primal sense of accomplishment. Now that the famous mashed potatoes are done, I want to show you one last thing in my kitchen, and that's these fire-resistant kitchen gloves, which are great for the oven, and they allow the use of the finger dexterity even when I don't have all my strength. And as you can see, it's as easy as pie.